Very warm welcome to everyone. In this video, we will discuss how to use static and default routing in PNETLabs. Before that, I recommend you to watch static routing videos and then come back to this video. Since we have completed the static routing, just a recap of the static routing is available here. Here in the static routing, we manually configure the specific network routes. For example, if I need to configure from 192.168 network, where my destination is 192.168 network, I'll give a command like IP route 192.168.2.0 followed by subnet mask, then followed by next hop to this router. That is how we have done the static routing. It works well for small networks, but it is complex for bigger networks, as we have discussed earlier. So what we are going to learn today is default routing. A default route is a catch call route which is used when no other specific route exists in the routing table. For example, if I take I'm in a campus X. I do not know where the department Y R department is a R. So what I will do, I'll just divert somebody who is coming and asking me where is Y or is Z. I'll just divert them. Please go and check with the reception. So the reception people will be knowing about all the other departments and other things in the campus. So they will exactly divert the person to the right place. Similarly here, if you do not know where to send a packet, send it to the default router. Whereas default router will be knowing about all the other people in the network so that they will send the packets. So syntax is very simple. IP route, just like static routing, then it is followed by 0.0.0.0 since I do not know who is my destination, then 0.0.0.0 for my subnet mask, and I will be giving the next hop IP because I know who is my next hop neighbor, so I will be giving this as the next hop IP. So in that case, what it will do, it will not matches in a destination network, so it will directly divert all the packets to the gateway or the next router through the next hop IP. So as I discussed, the same analogy is given here, real world analogy. We'll explain this analogy with some example here. So this is what the topology which we are going to construct today. See here, I have three different networks and three routers are there. This is considered as X university and this is considered as Y university. I have considered, and what I am taking, the middle router, I am taking it as the ISP router. So what this ISP router will do, it knows about all the people who are there in its network. So I have connected two servers, just they are again, those are two PCs, just for identification I have put as them as servers. Let me consider these are two people who are servers present here, maybe Google or Yahoo, whatever it may be. Now what I will do, X university want to send some message to Y university where I do not know where my Y university exists. So what this X university will do, it will divert all the packets to the default router. So now what happens, I do not know where to send my packets. So what I will do, X university will divert all the packets which it has to send to the ISP. So ISP knows about all the other networks. So ISP will forward the packets to the particular destination. Similarly, Y university also, if it is not knowing where is my destination, where exactly it is present, I will divert all the packets to the ISP. So what I will do, I will do default routing on X university router. I will do default routing on Y university router. I will divert all the packets in default to the ISP. ISP will be forwarding the packets to the particular end destination point. So now what I will do, I will do default routing on X university, I will do default routing on Y university, and then I will do static routing on this particular ISP, so that what is it is easy for me to add both the networks on ISP. Hope that is clear. So as I told you, we will be using this 0.0.0.0 as a default route. So what are the limitations by using this default routing is it is only suitable when there is a single path to exit the network, and that is not scalable for large ISPs or multi-home environments, and it is not suitable when multiple ISPs exist, because in that case we need to go for the dynamic routing protocols. So here it is very simple configuration, X University configuration as we have discussed earlier. First we'll go with the enable mode, then configure terminal to come into global configuration mode. Then I'll give the host name as X University, and you can give, as I told you, you can give any name for the switch or router using the command host name. Then I'll take the interface which is connected to my network, that I'm giving the IP address 1.100, and this will be the gateway for the PCs which are connected to this 1. Network. Then similarly I'll take the other port, Ethernet port, I'll take it, I'll give the IP address, I'll give the IP address of 10. Network. Then similarly here, this is the important point, I'll be giving the IP route. I do not know my destination place, so I'm giving it as zeros. I do not know what is the subnet mask which is used there, so I'm giving it as zeros. Then I'm giving the next hop neighbor. Similarly I'm doing it for the Y University also, same default routing, same process I'm doing it here. Then here comes the ISP router. Here all these commands you know how to do it by giving the interfacing each one. Then here comes the main important point, ISP router configuration. ISP IP route, static route should be given here. So I have two networks connected to ISP. One is 1.0, other one is 3.0, and again 2.0 I am not giving here because 2.0 is directly connected to the ISP without any other further routers. So I am giving the next hop neighbors there. With that, ISP router configuration is also done. Then for the individual PCs, we know how to give the IP address. So IP followed by the IP address of the particular PC, then its subnet mask, then its gateway. Gateway is the router which is connected directly to the switch for that network. So with this, I have some verification commands as well. This all these things we will see. Show IP route and then show IP interface brief, and pinging should happen from anywhere to anywhere. These are the things which we need to check. With this small introduction part, let us directly go into the lab session. I have already opened my lab and lab is ready. Topology is ready. Now there is nothing inside this routers. I will just show you one of the router. I'll just open this router. Whether my PNETLab is on, let me check first. PNETLab is on. I'll open the VMware workstation. Oh no, it is not on. So I'll open my VMware virtual machine. Yes, now it is opening. All these things you know, because in the previous videos we already discussed about how to open the PNETLab, how to create a topology, how to assign the IP addresses for the individual devices. All these things we have discussed. So I have just pulled those images and then kept it ready. Topology is ready so that we will not waste time in watching the same thing content, how to pull the images and then keep it. If you want to learn how to pull the images and then set up the topology, you can just watch the previous videos, so that we will directly go into the CLI commands. Yes, now it is done. I'll open my topology. I'll just refresh once to get the topology. So the default username is admin, password is PNET. For the offline account, I'm using the offline account. Since it is my personal PC, I'm using the offline account. It is always recommended to use the offline account because everything will be saved and you will be using the same PC, same device. So yes, this is a topology which I'm going to do it today. as I shown you in the PowerPoint. I'll just turn all the devices on first. Yes, now all the devices are on. I'll just open and see if anything is existing in this routers. Only topology I have done, nothing else. I'll just give no. Enable configure terminal. Now here what I will do, I'll not do this, just let me show IP interface brief. This will show you anything is available, any configuration is done. So nothing, no configuration is done, so I can start my configuration now. Before that I'll explain you what exactly we need to do it here. Once again, see here, I need to do default routing on this particular X university router and Y university router, which means I need to teach that if I do not know where to send your packets, directly send all the packets to the default router, that is ISP router is the default router, default router. So I'll be doing the default routing here, and I'll be doing the static routing on this ISP, and this is my 1 dot network, this is my 3 dot network, and this is my 2 dot network. I have taken some two pieces just for the presentation. I may have given this images as the servers, so we can assume like it might be a Google, it might be an Yahoo, whatever it may be. Maybe let us do the configuration on this X University router first. So I have an F0/0 which is 1.100. Let me complete that step. So what I will do, conft. So now I'll give interface. What is the interface I have connected here? FA0/0. Yes, interface FA0/0. Yes. So what is the command? IP address 192.168.1.100. This will be the gateway for my network, followed by 255.255.255.0. I am taking everything into /24, so that I'll be using a same mask everywhere. So after this I should give no shutdown command. Yes, and exit from this mode. Then one more interface is there. Yes, now it's up. So one more interface is there. What is that interface here? FA0/1 with 10.10.10.1. Yes. So interface FA0/1. Then it will have IP address as IP address 10.10.10.1 followed by its mask. Yes, done. No shutdown. Yes, and I'll exit from this mode. Now these things are done. It is up. Now what I will do, I need to give my default routing here. So IP route 0.0.0.0 followed by mask 0.0.0.0 followed by my next hop. What is my next hop here? 10.10.10.2. 10.10.10.2. Yes, it is done. Then I can end this. Then I can, yes, and I'll write my memory, right? Memory is done. So same thing I should do it on my Y University router also. Let me go into my Y University router. So I'm not changing the name for my X University router. Let me change the name of this. Okay. And I'll use conft host name as X and IV. So now it is done. Yes, now it is done. Now I've done that. I'll do this also. Y universities. So I enable configure terminal. Then I should go with interface. What is the interface which is connected to my 3-dot network? It is 0 bar 1 FA 0 bar 1 interface FA 0 bar 1. Then I'll use the command IP address 192.168 3.100 followed by 255.255.550. Then I'll give no shutdown command and I'll exit from this mode. Then what is the IP address? One more IP address I need to give. FA 0 bar 0 with 202022. FA 0 bar 0. Interface FA 0 bar forward, sorry, 0. Yes. So IP address 192.168. Sorry, it's not 192.168. It is 20.20.20. It's 2 exactly. So same subnet mask values. Then no shutdown. I'll exit. I'll just rename this host name as Y University. It's done. Then I have given both the IP addresses. Now I need to give the IP route 0.0.0.0 followed by subnet mask. And what is my next to hop neighbor here? Next to hop neighbor is 20.20.21. So 20.20.20.1. It is now done. I'll end this. Then I'll write memory. Yes, it is done. So I have completed my default routing on both the routers. Now I need to configure this particular router. Let me configure this particular router. So I have 3 networks here. I need to teach about all the 3 networks IP addresses first. So FA 1 bar 0 with 10.10.2. Enable configure terminal, host name as ISP. It is changed. Now interface FA. What is interface? FA 1 bar 0. 1 bar 0. So what is the IP address? IP address 10.10.10.2 with 255.255.255.0. Then no shutdown command. Then I'll exit from this. Notice another interface here 20.20.21. For that FA 0 bar 1. Interface FA 0 bar 1. Then IP address 20.20.20.1 followed by 255.255.255.0. Then no shutdown. Done. I'll exit from this mode. Then again one more interface I need to have FA 0 bar 0. Correct. So interface FA 0 bar 0. IP address 192.168 or 2.0, sorry, 2.100 followed by mask 255.255.255.0. Done. Again I will give no shutdown. Yes, it is now done. Now we have completed all the routing. So now I need to do the static routing here. Hope you remember the command IP route. Sorry, IP route. So what is my destination? 192.168.1.0. Correct. The subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. What is my next to hop neighbor here? So next to hop neighbor is 10.10.10.1. Sorry, 10.10.10.2 because this is my ISP router. So 10.10.10.2. So 10.10.10.2. Why it is not valid? Sorry, I'm doing it on the so I need to do it like 10.10.10.1 because my next hop from here I'm seeing, so my destination is 1.0 network, so it should be my 10.10.10.1, correct. So IP route 192.168.1.0 followed by mask 255.255.255.0. Then my next hop is 10.10.10.1. Yes. Similarly, one more is there, IP route. So I need to do it for the 3 dot network 192.168.3.0 255.255.255.0. And now we will see from here, sitting on here, next to hop is reach my destination here 20.20.22. Is 20.20.20.20.2. Yes, with that it is done. Okay, now I'll just see show IP interface brief. See, we have all the 3 connections which is up, so done. We have done, almost done. Only one part is there. We need to assign the IP addresses for all these devices now. Let us give the IP addresses here. So my IP address is 192.168.1.1. Then if I want, I can pull one more device and then give 1.2 also, I can do it. Now what I need to do, my gateway will be 192.168.1.100, correct? So let us do this for this PC. So IP 192.168.1.1. So mask is 255.255.255.0. So the gateway is 192.168.1.100. This it will check for duplicate address. If there is no duplicate address, then it is assigned. Very nice. Then similarly, I'll do it for this particular PC. It is 2.2 with 2.100. 2.2. Okay, so IP 192.168.2.2 with 255.255.255.0. Then with that, gateway is 192.168.2.100. Yes, it will check for duplicate address. No duplicates found, so it will done. It is done now. Similarly, I'll do it for the 2.1. This PC also, let me do it. So IP 192.168.2.1 followed by mask 255.255.255.0, and then gateway is 192.168.2.100. Yes. Yes, it is done. So I need to do it for this particular PC again. It is 3.1 network and then with 3.100 as the gateway. 3.1. So IP address 192.168.3.1 with subnet mask, same subnet mask I'm using, so it will be easy for me to remember and then do it. Then gateway is 192.168.3.100. It is not taking this. Why it is not taking invalid address? Let us check in this particular IP, particular in what is that is given. This show IP interface brief. So yes, it is 192.168.3.100 only. It is correct. 3.100 68.3.100. So why it is not taking IP? Sorry, IP. There is no address. I made a mistake here. Correct. 192.168.3.1 followed by 255.255.255.0. The syntax was a mistake here. Address will not come. Correct. Yes, 192.168 3.100 done. So now press done. Now everything we have completed. We have completed all the process. We have assigned the IP addresses and the gateway for these devices. We have configured the default routing on this and on this, and then we have given configured the static routing on this also. We have completed. Now let us try whether our packets are flowing. We will take any one of the PC. So this PC is 1.1. So I'll just try to ping 2.1, 192.168 ping 192.168 2.1. It should ping. Otherwise we need to find out any reason is there. Yes, now it is getting the packets. You can see the packets are coming. So I'll ping for one more network, ping 192.168 3.1. should ping. First one or two packets may be timed out since ERP will be following to find out where the network is. It is success. Yes. Now let me ping for the router. Ping 192.168 1.100. Should be yes. I got a reply. So which means our default and static routing together, it is working fine. See, only one thing to remember when using the PNETLab, we'll have some limitations while taking the routers. See, router will have 2 ports in default, whereas if you want some additional ports, you can go into the router. I'll show you where to add the routers. I'll just go into this router, sorry, turn this off and then go into this routers. Okay, see here I have added is 2 slots I have added. You can add as many slots as you want so that you will be able to add as many networks as you want. Only this will be the limitation, and there is a solution for that which you can use them. Since these are the real-time devices, this will act as real-time devices, we'll have so many options to do it. So hope all of you understood. Kindly practice this, and if you have any doubts you can post in the comments section. Thank you.